Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Cbse courses with Reeti. Today we are going to discuss about this. This means alimentary canal or nutrition in human beings. So nutrition in human beings is very basic and very simple. That is, starts with digestion of food, or you can say the intake of food. So this is a digestive system, drawing of digestive system. And here I want to discuss few things. First is alimentary canal. What is alimentary canal for you? When you hear the term alimentary canal, what comes to your mind? So alimentary canal is nothing but a long tube. A long tube extending. Now extending means starting. You can also write starting from mouth. I'll write just extending from mouth to the last is anus. So it's just a long tube. Okay, I'm just talking about a long tube. In this, your liver and pancreas are not included. Means in alimentary canals, no glands are included. Now, if you understood this term, now this term is digestive system. Now, students get confused here that what's the difference between an alimentary canal and a digestive system. So, digestive system comprises of two things. First is alimentary canal itself. And second is digestive glands. Digestive glands in the sense your liver, pancreas and so on. So it means what I am trying to say here is that alimentary canal and digestive system are not different thing, but even digestive system comprises of this alimentary canal. So basically digestive system is alimentary canal, a long tube extending from mouth to anus, and second is your digestive glands like your liver, your pancreas. Okay, I hope you can write. When you are, even if you are asked what is difference between alimentary canal and digestive system, so you can easily write a long tube extending from mouth to anus is your alimentary canal. Digestive system comprises, you can write here what comprises of first alimentary canal, second digestive glands. Okay. Now if we are done with this, let's start this topic. Let's figure out what this diagram is all about. First thing is oral cavity. Oral cavity is what? It have two things. First is your teeth. Teeth, we know what it is. It helps us in chewing, right? Oral cavity can also be called buccal cavity. You must be knowing this term, buccal cavity. Teeth helps us in chewing. Main function of teeth is chewing of the food. And this buccal cavity comprises of one more thing, that is salivary glands. Salivary glands is another very well known. It has three pairs of salivary glands we are having. And the salivary glands excretes salivary amylase. Okay. So this helps in what? This helps in breakdown of, let me just write it down. You can also write helps in breakdown. Now tell me, what do you think it breaks down? In junior classes, we had an idea that salivary amylase helps in breakdown of complex starch. Starch, you know what it is. Here I use the term complex starch to simple starch. Both is starch, but here I am saying simple starch. So this is what your salivary glands do. Buccal cavity has first teeth, second your salivary glands, and your tongue as well. You can write it down. वैसे तो it will not come in such detail, but yeah, the salivary gland part will surely can come. And third is your tongue. Right. Now what your helps tongue? What's the use of tongue basically? So it helps in rolling and tasting of food. The taste we know by our tongue as well, because it has a thing called what? Just tell me, tongue has taste buds. We view the diagrams as well in our junior classes. So it helps in rolling the food and tasting of food. So this all buccal cavity comprises of, you can here write the term comprises of teeth, salivary glands and your tongue. And I have written their meanings as well. So the process of chewing is done in a buccal cavity. And this chewing term is also known as mastication. Mastication. So you can write it down with chewing in a bracket, mastication. This is all about life processes, buccal cavity. Now we'll move to food pipe, that is also known as esophagus. Here, O is silent here. And I don't think anything else I need to. You should remember that salivary glands have 3 pairs, complex starch to simple starch. Just write it down. And as I know that you must have written, I have rubbed it already. And we'll talk about the second thing now. That is, I'm rubbing buccal cavity here for now, because I need space here. Okay. Food pipe or esophagus. Esophagus, you can just call it, but the spelling must be correct, or else your marks will be deducted here. So esophagus comprises of nothing. You can't say esophagus is an organ itself, and the only it passes food from your buccal cavity. Let me write here. Buccal cavity is a term we use more than oral cavity to stomach. Okay? Oral cavity to stomach, it passes the food. Now, in esophagus, no digestion takes place. It's a very important term. Not term, I mean the very important point. No digestion takes place here. They can give you an assessment reasoning that in what happens in food pipe, what digestion takes in food pipe. And sometimes we get confused as we think that there must be a type of digestion happening here. So no digestion in esophagus occurs. Okay? Sorry. Next, here, okay, just a minute, I have to tell you something first. Bolus. ये bolus क्या होता है? So bolus is what? The chewed food. Have you ever checked out that you ate something and suddenly you spuck it out? So when you see, so it is something like gila and nothing very thing we eat before. Its shape changes, its texture changes. So what it is known as bolus. When your food is chewed, it is mixed with your salivary amylase. So then the time when it's going down at this point, when it's ready to go down from esophagus to stomach, that part of food, that time the food is called bolus. So here what we do is, we'll just remove the term passes food and replace it with bolus. Passes bolus from buccal cavity to stomach. Okay? And no digestion takes place. Let's come back to esophagus. No digestion takes place. And there is a specific kind of, movement we call it as. The movement is known as peristaltic movement. Okay? Peristaltic movement. I drew just something. Let it be. Okay. So peristaltic movement is what? This has a rhythmic contraction, okay, to pass food. It's not like pipe and it will go like down this. It has something like contraction, relaxation, contraction, relaxation, contraction, relaxation. And that's how it goes. Contraction, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax. It's not, I'm not saying it's the proper practical way of showing it. I just saw that you remember, rhythmatically contraction is there. And peristaltic movement is the movement when it goes down. This is a specific kind of movement which we are going to learn in our future classes. And that particularly is known as peristaltic movement. You must remember this because it can come in your exams. Okay, so we are done with this. After, I don't think I'm left with anything in food pipes. And the last thing is its measurement. It's approximately 25 centimeter. Yeah, it's 25 centimeter only. I remember it. Okay, so your food pipe is 35 centimeter. Bolus को pass कराता है. No digestion takes place and it has peristaltic movement. Please take a screenshot or write it down wherever you want to. Okay. Now comes the term liver. Liver is what? A gland. Not just a gland, but the largest gland. Liver is the largest gland in our body. Okay. It secretes what? It secretes bile juice. Sorry. So our liver secretes bile juice. What else you know about it? There's a very important thing comes. Gallbladder and bile duct. Gallbladder do what? and your bile duct does what? I want an answer for this. So gallbladder stores bile juice. It stores. ठीक है, मैंने एरो बना दिया कि आपको समझ आया. Gallbladder. Yeah, let me just do this. Gallbladder stores bile juice and bile duct releases bile juice. ठीक है. This is the basic thing. So this is the smaller one is bile duct, gallbladder. ठीक है. I hope this is clear. What is gallbladder? Just a second. So I was just thinking how to tell you. So this, you can see this. This is your gallbladder and it is basically dotted. Let me just try to do it. It's dotted like this. Okay? When you draw it. And it does a very important function, that is emulsification. Now this is the main function of your liver, और you can see कि हमें liver इतना important क्यों है. So that is emulsification. Emulsification क्या होता है? So bile juice, ये जो bile juice है, this converts large, not sugar, fat globules to small globules. This is term we are not very defined with कि globules क्या होते हैं and क्या क्या होता है. So I am also not going to be in deep about this. But this does what is large fat globules, small globules में convert करता है, and that is why it is known as emulsification. Means इस process को ही हम emulsification कहते हैं. And this happens with the help of bile juice. Okay, so we are done with liver as well, and take a screenshot and note it down because it's very important. Emulsification, I'll say, is the most important thing about liver, and it can surely come. This is your stomach. So in stomach, we have, stomach is basically J-shaped. First of all, you know, it's something kind of J. And now here the term comes. इसकी मैंने यहाँ से dotted line क्यों बनाई है? Not this, like this it will come. So मैंने dotted line क्यों बनाई? So the reason is liver and stomach is not connected. They are overlapping itself. Like stomach inner side है और उसके ऊपर overlap करता है liver. So it is like this. Okay. They are different organs. They are not connected, and therefore for defining it I have drawn it like this. And this small dots represents that stomach is inner side and liver is overlapping it. ठीक है? Stomach that is J-shaped has three kind of, you know, what is the enzymes it produces. First is mucus, second is HCl, third is pepsin. Oops. Okay, so these are the three kind of these are the enzymes secreted by the stomach. HCl is, you know, a very strong acid. Pepsin and mucus is the thing we need to learn about. Mucus or HCl or pepsin, they work together for a betterment. So mucus is a thick lining. Mucus is a thick lining of stomach to protect it. Now the term comes in कि protect क्यों करना है? So protect करना है from HCl. So in normal conditions I'll write here. क्यों लिख रही हूँ? Let me just tell you. So HCl is a very strong acid, and you know HCl can corrode anything. अगर म्यूकस की लाइनिंग नहीं होगी पेट पे, so what happen will ये HCl हमारी स्टमक की लाइनिंग को भी करोड कर देगा. So therefore म्यूकस is a thick lining. It forms a thick lining जिसे HCl कितना भी ऐड करे, म्यूकस जो है स्टमक की लाइनिंग को करोड नहीं होने देता है. So now why HCl is important when it is so harmful? मैं यहाँ सेकंड पे लिख रही हूँ. Why HCl is there? If can happen, so you know it's so dangerous. You know, if you go in laboratory, so your teacher must say you that don't touch HCl, because if a drop will come in HCl, it will just pass by like this. It will make a hole in your hand. So you can just imagine how hard acid it is. It's a very acidic medium. It is a very hard acid. It can just, I'm telling you, it just can make a hole and pass by. That a single drop can do this. So many of us ask then why this harmful this dangerous acid is present in our stomachs. What is its use? So first is it kills bacteria. Now bacteria killing में भी एक बहुत बड़ा हाथ है mucus का. So let's say you ate something bad that is not good for your health. You chewed it. It became bolus. It came and it goes to your stomach. Remember, पहले liver का काम नहीं आता है, पहले stomach का काम आता है. First work is of stomach. So in stomach now, that food had some sort of bacteria as well. What this mucus will do is, it will trap. It's like a trap. It will just trap your bacteria, and then this HCl will kill it. That's all it is all about. So first, to kills bacteria. Second, makes food as acidic medium. Now this term comes very rude. Acidic medium बना रहा है to facilitate work of pepsin. Pepsin के काम को easy करने के लिए HCl है. Now you will say HCl will easy the work of pepsin. What does this mean? So this means that pepsin needs a acidic medium. Here your pepsin needs an acidic medium to do its work. Mucus can do its work. It will just form a lining. It will trap bacteria. It will protect our stomach. HCl will kill bacteria that is trapped by mucus, and also will make the food as acidic medium. But the thing your pepsin does is that it breaks down protein. What it will do? It breaks down protein. Protein की breakdown का help करता है pepsin. And for the breakdown of protein, it's need acidic medium. जब तक खाना acidic नहीं होगा, pepsin can't work. So that's why हम कहते हैं that HCl makes food as acidic medium to facilitate work of pepsin medium. Facilitate यानी इसको help करे, उसको काम करवाए pepsin को start करने में. Now it breaks down protein. And always remember, ये जो syn type से जो end करते हैं ना, any enzyme ending with the term syn, generally it makes its basic work is to break down protein. ठीक है? So this is all about stomach, bolus count. In stomach, when a food enters the stomach, so it is J-shaped, and what happens is it expands. Expand करता है. Like say it was like this. As soon as the food enters, it expands how much it can. And then these three enzymes that is present in our stomach help us to digest food, and we can say that partially it digests but fully digest नहीं होता है. So let's say कि fully digest कहाँ होता है? That's the term we need to know about now. So let me just rub it. So the term comes here is duodenum. ये duodenum जो है, you may have not heard about it even. इतने साल से बना रहे थे diagram, but you don't know duodenum. So our small intestine is divided into 3 parts. Small intestine 3 part में divide होता है. That is, first is your duodenum, second is your jejunum, I guess. Sorry for jejunum, and third is ileum. So ये 3 parts में आपके small intestine is a small intestine, but we have divided it in 3 parts. Here I am writing it as duodenum, but you can also suggest कि आप ना लिखो. It won't be deducting your marks. That was for your extra information. But यहाँ marks नहीं कटेंगे अगर आप duodenum नहीं लिखते हो तो. So now duodenum का work क्या है? So food gets mixed with bile juice and pancreatic juice. Now if the term pancreatic has already come, so let's talk about pancreas also. It's a small thing. Pancreas releases 2 kinds of enzyme, ptyalin and lipase. Pancreas हमारा 2 टाइप के एंजाइम को secrete करता है. Ptyalin, LIN, lin, इन टाइप के जो वर्ड्स हैं तो रिमेंबर कि प्रोटीन ही करते हैं. So it does the breakdown or digestion of protein, and it does the digestion of fat. Fat के लिए lipase है, and Ptyalin is for protein. And that is a pancreas. Pancreas is a leaf-shaped organ. जैसे stomach आपका J-shaped था, pancreas is a leaf-shaped organs. And it secretes two juices, ptyalin, lipase. Ptyalin digests protein and lipase digest your fats. So with this, pancreas is done. Nothing very thing we need to learn. This was the only thing about pancreas here. Now pancreatic juice समझ आ गया, i.e. ptyalin and lipase. ठीक है? So when the food comes here duodenum, bile duct releases bile juice here in duodenum, and your pancreas also releases ptyalin and lipase here in your duodenum, and there the food gets mixed with these enzymes. आप इसको duodenum के बदले you can also write small intestine, that in small intestine, this is because duodenum is what? It's a small intestine only. Let's say कि पूरा hand होता है, but this also we have divided it like fist, elbows, right, arms. So in the same way, but होता तो ये हाथ ही है ना. If I'm writing hand, so it won't mean like I'm saying something else. ये पूरा hand है, but हमने इसको divide किया है, इसके नाम divided है. Fingers. In the same way, this here to here, this all is intestine, but still we divided it in the three parts. So now here it's your choice कि या तो duodenum लिखो कि duodenum food gets mixed with bile juice and pancreatic juice, that is ptyalin and lipase in duodenum, or your small intestine. Although I'll suggest कि duodenum और small intestine कभी भी लिखना, दोनों लिख देना, on the being of a safer side. So जब भी food यहाँ mix होता है, then that food becomes after mixing, okay, after mixing from bile juice, pancreatic juice, that is ptyalin and lipase, food becomes chyme. Like जैसे chewed food को हम bolus कहते थे, तो जब वो food bile juice और that pancreatic juice when it gets mixed with it, so we call it as chyme. That is yellowish in color. ठीक है? So this is all about duodenum, and we discussed about pancreas. I am just rubbing it. After that, here according to me, I am now writing it as small intestine. इसीलिए कई बार हम लोग इसको अलग अलग करके लिखते हैं, नहीं लिखते हैं, साथ ही लिख देते हैं, क्योंकि हम फिर duodenum और ileum को differentiate नहीं करते हैं. तो जब उन दोनों को नहीं किया तो duodenum को भी क्यों करना? So you can just while drawing diagram you can avoid it. And small intestine. Small intestine helps in digestion. Helps in digestion. Or you can say complete one. Complete digestion occurs in your small intestine. So small intestine is something called villi. A finger-like projections. You can write finger-like projection. So now we'll talk about villi in more detail. Okay, so let me just rub this part. So because villi and small intestine is the most important thing according to me in your nutrition in human beings. So as we were discussing villi or villi, whatever you want you can call, it is present in our small intestines. It has two basic and main functions which are very important. First, it increases surface area for digestion. You can see this is how it looks like. Even here also there are, you know, spaces, very thin space I'll say, and they are not this big, they are really very small. You can understand that in small intestine they are present, and they are widely present all over the small intestine. So it increases surface area for digestion, as this area the food will get here and it will get digested here as well. In each of the villi the food will get digested, so they help us to increase surface area for digestion. Secondly, they are rich supplied with blood vessels. They are all covered with capillaries, so that when the digested food gets absorbed, so it just connects with our blood vessels. You know that the digested food gets mixed with our blood vessels. And villi are the finger-like projections. As you can see, they are just like a finger-like projections. Although they are very small in size as compared to our fingers, but just for understanding, it is a finger-like structure. You can draw it like this. They are widely present in small intestine and increase surface area for digestion. So for this, we are done with small intestine. In small intestine, basically, we learned that what helps in digestion. So villi is there. And basic function of small intestine is what? digestion. It digests the food. Now comes the large intestine. Large intestine is this one. Okay. Large intestine is also divided into 3 types, but we are not going to get in the types because it's not in our syllabus in NCERT textbook. So large intestine digests, not digests, let's say absorbs. Absorbs what? Water and minerals. Now the work of large intestine is to absorb water and minerals from our digested food. The food that is digested in small intestine, the waste product. Not you can just say from waste. From waste or undigested, you can say. Undigested food. So here in small intestine, after being digested by a small intestine, the food goes in large intestine. I have brought it. You should also draw it continuous because small intestine that will join the large intestine. In large intestine, there is basically it absorbs water and minerals from that food. And when water and minerals are absorbed from it, it goes in rectum and then anus. So let's talk about rectum and anus. So in rectum is nothing but it stores undigested. I am writing undigested so that it's clear for you, or else you should just write waste products. It stores waste product before getting eliminated from our body. So what happens is after the water and minerals are all absorbed in large intestine, it goes in rectum. Rectum acts as a temporary storage. Like in excretion system, we are going to learn about this type of thing only. Rectum is just a temporary space where waste is collected before it's eliminated through anus. Why? Because we don't go to eliminate this just whenever we want. It can't be eliminated when the digestion is over. Yeah? So it needs a specific time. Like for excretion of our urine, we go to washroom and then we excrete it. In the same way, it happens with our food as well. And for that, it needs a storage where the food waste product can be stored for a while. Till then, it is eliminated. So we wait. It is the it stores waste product before getting eliminated. Eliminate होने से पहले जैसे हमें वॉशरूम जाना होता है to remove this waste product, तो हम जब जाते हैं then we remove. कभी भी नहीं हो जाता, right? Until and unless there is a serious disease or serious health conditions. So for that, it stores in rectum. Here I have not drawing it well. You should draw it more like going downwards. फिर आता है anus. Anus. Its main function is to eliminate waste product. कुछ और नहीं है. It's just that you can see a way, a opening from where food gets eliminated. Eliminate waste products. Let's say this is here. It's rectum. The waste product gets it here. Here it's my anus. It's like this. So now this waste product is here in the rectum. Now I went to my washroom and now I want to excrete it. My brain, my neurons gave me the signal that now you can excrete, you can eliminate this. So this waste product will go through anus and it will eliminate. Okay, so that is what anus is all about. It eliminates the waste product. And you should remember that rectum और anus क्या difference होता है, we should know. Rectum just stores waste product, but anus eliminates. Okay, I hope it's clear to you. That was nothing very much important. You should remember the enzymes name we discussed before. That will be coming for MCQs and it can come in any way. As we know that 50% will be of MCQs in this year. Appendix. Appendix is a thing that is not involved in our digestive system. Appendix जो है, it has no role. No role in digestion, then you will see that if it's not used in digestion, then it may have some other process, some other thing it should be working. You will say that if there is an organ in my body and it is connected with large intestine and it is appendix, so this must have some work. So unfortunately it doesn't have any functions. You can say it's of no use for us humans. No role in digestion. कोई role digestion में appendix don't have any role. It has no role. So now you'll see that why appendix is there. So you know that humans have evolved. Humans have evolved from time to time. So before we used to intake cellulose. You know cellulose, it's present in plants. So we used to take cellulose in a huge quantity. Or you can say cellulose was a staple diet. I am talking about many years ago, before humans were evolved like this we are now. And that time appendix had a great role to digest this cellulose. Appendix main function is to digest cellulose. Even now also appendix can digest cellulose. So you can say that appendix main function is to digest cellulose. That's the only work our appendix do. But we don't intake cellulose. We don't intake cellulose. So now what happened is, after the humans have evolved, so there is a kind of a layer or our appendix. If it's our appendix, so there is a layer on it. You can see kind of diaphragm. Because of this, no food can enter our appendix. So appendix here is just kept like that. It has no function, no work is to be done, nothing process, no process is done, no function is done by our appendix. Earlier or now it has only a function, that is to digest cellulose, but now it's not happening. So in our whole digestion there is no work in our appendix, but still we name it, we label it because it's here in our diagram. We draw it because it's important, not now, and many professors believe that it's just now the useless product, useless organ for our body. So now you must have heard that sometimes we have a disease in which appendix needs to be removed because it starts paining because of that. Right? You must have heard. So what happens is, our appendix has a diaphragm is like that. समझ लो कि this is your appendix and food could go inside it, but we have a diaphragm closed it. So now no food can enter it. It is fully packed. And sometimes happen what is, this diaphragm ruptures. ये जो diaphragm है जो appendix को cover किया हुआ है, preventing no food enters in it, it ruptures like this. Let's say यहाँ से थोड़ा सा rupture हो गया. So now what happened? When the food will go this and the whole process will happen, somehow the food will enter our appendix as well. The food will enter, obviously it will. You can see it is here and it's very easy to get entered. इसमें food enter तो हो जाएगा. But now the thing is, appendix can only digest cellulose. So what happened will now? ये food जैसे ही enter होगा, it will start paining. It will start paining, and once diaphragm is ruptured, so daily whenever you will eat something, whatever gets in, it will start getting in. सब जाता जाएगा in your appendix. So now when you will start feeling like wow, it's too much, and you will visit your doctor and then he will tell you that your food has entered appendix, or they can see that your appendix needs to be removed. तो वो क्या करेंगे? Now this diaphragm can't be closed, और close करने की जरूरत भी नहीं है. Why? Because ये diaphragm से covered ही इसलिए, because appendix is of no use. हमें use करना ही नहीं था, but now it is in our body, so we can't do anything. So it was just kept like that. So now doctors also don't create a diaphragm कि इसको फिर से ऐसे ही रहने दे, rather than they just take it out because it's of useless. It's a useless organ, you can say. And after taking out, you will feel better. It will take a surgery to remove it, and then it will be all okay. So let me just rub it. So that's how appendix is removed. Now the thing is that sometimes those persons ask, appendix after being removed will affect me. मतलब अगर किसी का appendix remove हो गया तो उसके बाद कोई effect होगा या कोई difference आएगा हमारे खाने के तरीके में? So the answer is no. अपेंडिक्स कोई काम कर ही नहीं रहा था, ना इसको करना था. So even if it is removed, so it doesn't matter to us, और हमारा डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम ऐसे ही चलता जाएगा. So with this we are done with it. We learned what is esophagus, what is our stomach, where is our stomach, the role of stomach, enzymes of stomach, pancreatic enzyme, liver. This is very important, and also knowledge about villi. So with this we are done with our human digestive system, or you can say human nutrition. Human nutrition we have learned. In the next video, we'll learn more about this chapter, life processes. Till then, I hope you like my video. If you do, so do like, subscribe and share my channel. Also, don't forget to ring the bell hang button so you will get all the notifications of my channel. And if you haven't watched the previous videos of science or life processes, so you must watch them. Thank you and have a nice day ahead, and please subscribe.